Howdy, y'all. I'm Tex, and I hope y'all are doing alright today. This short little video is going to basically serve as a personal statement of intent for myself and a channel introduction for anybody interested. I've been a fan of video games for as long as I can remember. It started back in the 80s for me with arcade machines like Donkey Kong and Centipede. I'd beg my parents for a couple quarters anytime I saw one. They were usually just random machines here and there. Despite being a child of the 80s, I never once visited a proper arcade in my childhood. My family was a military family, and we spent a huge portion of my childhood in little German villages and little small podunk Texas towns, and neither of those options came with a proper arcade. But sometimes you'd see one at a grocery store or in a restaurant, and of course Mr. Gaddy's Pizza. One of my dad's Air Force buddies had an Atari, and that was about the coolest darn thing I'd ever seen, playing video games at home. I had to have one. Alas, I never did get myself an Atari, but on Christmas morning in 1989, in the living room of my grandparents' little West Texas home, my brother and I opened a joint gift, the Nintendo Entertainment System. We couldn't believe our luck. While my brother lost interest in a few months, him being the outdoorsy sports kind of guy, my introverted nerd self never did. From the NES to the Sega Genesis to 486 IBM PC running Windows 3.1, PlayStation 2, the OG Xbox, and Xbox 360, PS4, and now back on PC with a rig I built last year, I've been gaming the whole time. My favorites have always been RPGs with interesting characters, narratives, and character progression systems. I was a huge Final Fantasy fan from 7 through 10, with 9 being my favorite. I played the crap out of X-Wing and TIE Fighter, I dabbled in Civilization, played a whole bunch of Knights of the Old Republic. Currently, though, my main interest lies in open-world RPG games by or in the style of Bethesda games. Stuff like Fallout, or Elder Scrolls, or The Witcher, or Cyberpunk. My channel name is even a reference to the Desert Rangers of Fallout that, according to lore, draw their history back to my home state of Texas and the legendary Texas Rangers. When the dumpster fire of 2020 came along and the COVID apocalypse had everybody stuck at home, I found myself spending an ungodly amount of time watching people gaming on the internet. Channels like Many a True Nerd, The Wanderer, and Codabos Games replaced TV as my main source of viewing entertainment. I loved the idea of long-form progressive narrative Let's Play series. Going on a long journey through a game with other people was something I'd never really considered before. Watching a story unfold together, experiencing that excitement, surprise, fear, and disaster together touched me and spoke to me. All those things I loved about the video games I liked best, but together with others. And that's what I hope to do with this channel. I invite you to come on a journey with me into fantastic and magical worlds as I take this first step. I hope we can go on many such journeys together. I know the Let's Play space on YouTube is already fully saturated, and my odds of any channel growth aren't great. But to be honest, that's just fine. I'm doing this because I love the journey, and I want to invite people to come along. But if it's just a journey all by myself, I've been doing that and loving it for decades already. Well, that's that. If even one person has made it all the way to the end of this video, I'd be thrilled. But honestly, it's here for me, and for reference in this hypothetical future that maybe one day I have subscribers that might care. And I needed to practice making a video before I started my first series, which, by the way, will be a Fallout 4 Horizon 1.9 series. Horizon is a huge overhaul mod for Fallout 4, and I'm excited to get into it. Adios. See you soon.